I was around a lot of Spanish speakers growing up, so I had an ear for the language. I could understand a lot. I couldn't really communicate, but I could understand some stuff. Um, and so when I got to UVA, you take Spanish 101, all that stuff, that line, and half of my teammates are struggling, struggling. It was like just the basic Spanish classes. And I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, I've been doing this for a while. Um, and so over time, I'm in college, I realized that like I could take Spanish classes and do pretty well in them with, to be completely honest, a minimal amount of effort. And so instead of taking, American poetry or, tap dance for my extracurriculars, I ended up taking Spanish classes. And I took enough Spanish classes that by the time I graduated, I had qualified for a second major. So that's kind of how the Spanish major came about. Unbeknownst to me at the time, I didn't know that I wanted to coach. I actually was vehemently against coaching.
It was coaching and sports management, if I remember correctly. Like you were thinking about going on the agents. Yeah.
So you hit it. Yeah. I originally, like a long, long time ago, I thought like, hey, I have this experience in pro baseball. I love Latin American culture. I have a lot of friends who are Latinos, especially in New York City and stuff. And I wanted to kind of be someone who could help guys on that journey, long after my playing career was done. Playing career ended up not being that long anyway. So, over time, it just became apparent to me that like, if I wanted to work in baseball, Spanish was something that was either going to help me a lot, or was going to hold me back from a side of the industry that I think, is pretty much untapped. Not untapped. I mean, obviously the baseball industry is vast and teams do a great job with Latin American stuff, but, it was a niche that I could find for myself being from the States, having a strong educational background that I had, and also being able to communicate in the language, I thought was kind of something that would give me maybe an advantage that other people didn't have. And the Spanish that I spoke back then, it's very different than the Spanish I speak now, especially after 2 years down here. And so that's probably been the biggest thing, that's helped me along the way. The experience down here has helped me tenfold, with all of that stuff. But yeah, it's been a journey. But again, I think it comes back to kind of like having a vision for what you want to do for your future and being able to follow it.